Day 5 of the National Quartet Convention, Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm here with my buddy Kenny Bishop. Kenny, it's great to have you here. We were just talking just a minute ago. Tell everybody about your first experience singing at the National Quartet Convention. I love this story.
You know, it goes back. It goes way on back. If I remember right, it was probably 1988 or 1989. Well, let me back up a little further, because the very first NQC that I ever attended was probably back in 1985. When it was in Nashville at the Municipal Auditorium. And I'd never been before, didn't know what it was like, and so to be able to walk around that auditorium and to see, you know, all of your gospel music heroes going in and out of the bathroom and all of that, I thought just...
You were watching the bathroom, Kenny?
Well, I mean, you're not human on the Gospel Singing Jubilee.
Okay, that's true.
You know? But then, you know, we started recording with the Eddie Cook Company, and if I remember right, it was either 1988 or 1989, the very first time he had been invited to sing on the big stage in the big room at the National Quartet Convention.
See, I never got to go in Nashville, so I miss this. I love the stories about it, but I've never heard. So, okay.
Well, I mean, it was surreal. You know, just walking into that building and knowing that you were going to be part of something like it was just really cool. And to know that we were going to go on the stage and sing. Now, this was the stage where the Florida Boys and the Inspirations and the Kingsmen and the Bevers and, you know, I mean, all of these big groups were singing. And I remember it was just about time for us to go on, and we had gone backstage, standing backstage, just scared to death. I mean, absolutely scared to death. And I'm standing back there, and I'm looking up, and the Spear family's on the stage, and I'm thinking, in 5 minutes, I'm going to be singing in the same microphone that Ben Spears is. I'm going to sing in Ben Spears' microphone, which is like freaky to me to know. I mean, he's legendary. And I remember the Spears come off the stage, and of course, back in that time, the stage was all the way down at the end of the auditorium, up against the wall, and it was a huge stage because everybody had a full band. And they introduced us, and we walked out on the stage, and I don't know, in the nearly 20 years that our group traveled and sang, if we ever sang more backsides. And
it was a breeze that was
people. Oh man, it was like a sucking out of the building, you know. And the chairs that were rattling, and people that were talking and picking the stuff up and leaving the room. And, and honestly, it's probably sort of a relief because we were scared anyway. And it's kind of like one of those Brady moments.
That was awesome. Now, you said you blogged about it, so tell us about your website. Give everybody your website.
Of course, you know, I have my website, which is kennybishop.com, and then I keep a journal online. Thank you very much. We do it all in-house, my house.
It's Southern Gospel. That's pretty much what it's all done.
Do everything you can. Mix your sound, run your tracks, make your records.
By the way, mention the album too, really quick.
The album, actually, it's just called Kenny Bishop.
Awesome album, by the way. I'm biased because I've known Kenny for a long time, but it's a fantastic album. It is. I mean, even if you have never heard Kenny before, go to his website, pick up this album, because I got a chance to hang out with Kenny today and hear a song that he did, and it touched me. And seriously, if he didn't sing for anybody else today, he sang for me.
Wow, I appreciate that. That means a lot.
That was serious. Now plug your website. Sorry.
Well, it's kennybishop.com is my website, and then I keep a journal online at kennybishop.blogspot.com. And I write about lots of things, not necessarily, but sometimes related to gospel music. You know, sometimes I just write about.
Well, it's real life. I mean, we live in a real world, so it isn't. I mean, though I love Southern gospel music, don't get me wrong. I read other things to go on to. So you know, it's good to find out. That's the thing I think that we're working on here at SGM Radio. We want the real.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes you just read a great book.
That's it.
And you want to share the book. Sometimes you see something on television, something that has to do with pop culture or the news, and you just want to write about it because we all have opinions. And I mean, I'm always fair about everything I write, but I'm also very honest too.
And by the way, we're excited. Kenny joined our staff this month as a writer, and we're excited about that. So check out the website. Thank you for making us the #1 Southern Gospel internet station in the world. SGMradio.com. That's www.sgmradio.com. From Louisville, Kentucky, this is Rob TV.